Hi everyone, it's lovely to see you all. Just thought I would pop on and share a really quick video. Been joined by the cat. I thought I'd pop on and share a really quick video. So I'm going to aim for about 10 minutes for this. I just want to share with you a kind of full body rollout. So this is something I do kind of most mornings as just a way of kind of getting my body going. It's particularly nice if you've been exercising a lot, as just when you get out of bed and you kind of feel that sort of stiff, kind of creaky robot thing going on. It's a nice way to kind of combat that and to kind of get back in your body, back into yourself. So I've not got a mat or anything, just tend to roll out of bed and do this while I'm waiting for the shower to warm up. So find yourself solid on 2 feet. We're going to start with a kind of roll through the body. So head to toe, roll out through the body. Find a bit of length in your spine. The sensation that the feet are rooting down into the ground, and that gives you the strength to stand comfortably. And from here, we'll take a long inhale breath. And use a long, slow exhale breath to let the chin fall to the chest. When the chin comes down to the chest, you don't have to be still. You might want to rock the chin slightly side to side. You might want to, this is something I like a lot, maybe stretch out the face and the cheeks by opening the mouth really wide, releasing the jaw. And then from here, when you're ready, we'll start to roll through the neck. Use your inhale breath to roll the chin up and along the right collarbone. Use your exhale to let the chin drop back through center. Inhale, you'll come up and along the left collarbone. Exhale, let the chin drop back through center. We'll go one more time like that and then make it a little bigger. So just rolling as if the chin were tracing the line of a necklace across the front of the chest. Sticking with your breath, your rhythm. And the next time that you come up and over towards your right, allow the gaze to lift. Let it travel up the wall, across the ceiling overhead, down the opposite wall, until the chin rolls back in and home. We'll go the other way. Inhale up and along the left collarbone. Let the gaze travel up the wall, across the ceiling, down the opposite wall, and in through center. On your next inhale breath, lift the chin, look up. See if you can find that slight lift in the chest as well. Exhale, tuck the chin, let the chin fall to the chest, let the shoulders slant. So almost exaggerating that movement we started with, shoulders dropping forward. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, shoulders roll back and open, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, chin drops to chest, exaggerate that roll forwards and in of the shoulders. And then drawing back to neutral on an inhale breath. Coming back to neutral, and we'll roll the shoulders. So draw the shoulders right the way up to the ears. Let them fall down the back body. So you're not forcing them down, you're letting them fall at a comfortable rate. Inhale to draw them up towards the ears. Exhale to send them down. Your arms can move as much as you want them to here. So it might be that the arms move a lot to help you find that movement. We'll go for one more in this direction. And back. And then we'll just change direction for a couple of rotations, bringing the shoulders up and forwards, and down. So they come up and forwards on the back, and then down in front. One more like that, up and forwards, and down. Give the shoulders a bit of a wiggle, a bit of a roll. Any little movements that you feel like you need to come back to standing in neutral. And from here, we're going to start to make some slightly bigger movements through the body. So I want you to imagine a good old-fashioned air guitar as you start to circle through the arm, as if you're coming into that kind of giant air guitar solo. So the air guitar is here, if you're wondering what that has to do with anything. The rest of the body can stay. In neutral, or maybe you just go for it and you really kind of wind up your big kind of air guitar solo. You're looking for a big rotation through the shoulder, and the reason I bring that kind of air guitar thing up is because I want the circle in front to come across the body. I want you to find a side stretch from hip to armpit as you come up and over. You open it back and round. We'll go one more in this direction. And then we'll change direction, bring it down and forwards. It's taking everything in my power not to make an air guitar noise. Go for one more roll like this, really having to hold on to it. Coming down and in front across the body. Let that arm come back to normal. Maybe give the shoulder a roll, come back to standing in neutral. Same on the other side. So when you're ready, that big kind of air guitar style wind up across the body, up and open. Take it at your own pace. And if there are parts of the movement here that don't feel good in your shoulder, I know lots of us, particularly if we're working with kind of old rotator cuff or shoulder injuries, straight up overhead doesn't actually feel great. You are welcome to make it the shape that you need it to be. So maybe you come across in front rather than lifting straight up overhead. Find the circle that works for you, that allows you to find a bit of space, not only in the shoulder, but also as we come through from hip to armpit. So you're stretching that side of the body. We'll go for one more in this direction. Once you've got to grips with this, change direction, take it back the other way. Once you've got to grips with this as well, you don't need the video. You can take kind of an quite freestyle approach to this. Maybe it's something that you decide you're going to incorporate into your daily routine, or something that you're going to try for every kind of other day or so. One more here, and then we'll come back to neutral. Let the arm hang. Give everything a wiggle, a little bit of a side stretch. We've worked into it gently. We're going to bring ourselves into it with a little bit more control. Inhale the arms overhead. Use left hand to grab right wrist. Left hand is going to grab right wrist, lengthen you up on that side and draw you over into a side bend. It'll bump out through the right hip maybe if you're interested. And don't forget, there's no need to look up at the hands. They exist. You don't have to check. You can keep your neck soft. You can look down at the floor or straight ahead. Big inhale here. Exhale to let it go. Switching hands. Your next inhale, right hand grabs left wrist and lengthens up and over. Draw yourself over and across into a side stretch. You're not pushing. It doesn't have to be the maximum you can do. It's something that feels good. It's the place that feels kind of delicious and interesting and pleasant. Inhale here. Exhale to float your way out. We're going to inhale fingertips to the ceiling. And as we exhale, we'll roll through the hands. So rolling at the wrist, this is another one of the joints of the body that we're going to rotate through. Rolling at the wrist here as we bring the hands down, coming all the way down in your own time. Take your time with it, maybe enjoy it. We'll go up again, inhale the arms overhead. And we'll roll the wrists the opposite direction. So rotating the other way to whatever you had last time. Actually, I think I need to go this way. And seeing if you can make it as big, as flamboyant, as interesting as you need for it to be. Maybe it matches up with your breath. Hands come down by your sides eventually. Take your time to get there. Lovely. Once the hands have come down by their sides, we're going to step the right foot out and in front. Lots of you will have done this, or an element of this with me before. We're just going to roll through the foot and the ankle. And what happens when we roll through the foot and the ankle is that inadvertently, because it's all connected, the knee, the hip and the side of the body all get to roll and rotate through those interesting shapes. So we'll roll from the big toe side of the foot out to the little toe side of the foot. We'll roll back along the outside edge of the foot to the heel, through the heel, and then up the inside edge of the foot. So you're rolling the foot, smooshing it into the floor. Keep that direction going at your own pace. Let the rest of the body do whatever it wants to do to enable this movement. So maybe you find a big kind of rotation through the knee and the hip. So out to the side. Maybe that's interesting for you. Maybe the arms have to get involved to help with the balance. We'll change direction. So roll up the outside edge of the foot. Roll from the little toe through to the big toe. Inside arch of the foot smooshes down into the floor. And then you roll through the heel. You can put a bit of pressure on. You can find those bits of the foot that feel really interesting, sticky, good, and just pressing and smooshing the foot into the floor. We'll go for one more roll in this direction. And then we'll very gently bring the right foot back underneath the right hip. Notice how it feels. Maybe it feels interesting, but more connected. Step the left foot just gently out in front. And we'll do the same on the left foot. So roll from big toe out to little toe. So the knee over to the side. Up the inside arch of the foot. Sorry, up the outside arch of the foot. Through the heel. And now up the inside arch of the foot. So you're rotating the foot. Doesn't really matter if you've gone in a different direction to me. But you're just really looking to roll through the foot and the ankle, rippling the toes into the floor, pressing and smooshing the heel against the floor, allowing movement at the knee and the hip and in the arms and in your standing leg if that is what is needed to get the action going. We'll go for one more roll in this direction. You might have noticed that my feet sort of travel around. We'll change it in the other direction. So rotate back the other way. Something that tends to happen here, particularly as I go this way, is I end up with one foot traveling sort of away from the body and I end up in a slightly wider stance than maybe I'd intended to. But allow that to happen. Bring the foot back if you need to. We'll go for one more roll here. And then we'll gently bring ourselves back. Left foot comes to stand under the right. One last little bit of movement. You're going to let the body hang loose. Imagine you're holding an incredibly heavy weight in your left hand. Your left hand is going to start to drop with the weight. It draws the left shoulder down, the whole left side of the body. The right arm will at some point come to swing across the front of the body. And when it does, you're going to allow that right arm to roll you forwards. So it's just a ripple in the spine that we're after here. It rolls you across the bottom edge and your left shoulder draws you up to the top as if you're a puppet with just the one string. We'll go for that again, left side. Left hand dropping down, right arm swinging across in front of the body. Roll through the spine. Soft knees, belly draws in, so the spine is pretty well protected here, but you're able to get into that sticky mid-back. We'll take it in the other direction. Allow the right hand to drop, right shoulder to drop. The left arm swings through center, rolling you through until the right shoulder drags you back up to stand. One last one in this direction. Right arm drops, left hand swings across the body. Pretty easy, keep it loose, rotate through the body. And use the right shoulder to draw yourself back up to the top. Once you get to the top, take a big inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, draw the hands down and onto the body. Take a breath. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope that feels lovely and it's something you might want to incorporate into your daily routine. If you do, let me know how it goes. I'll see you all really soon.